When you create an assignment in Web Access, the assignment automatically goes into the gradebook. So first, let's take a look at what happens when you create an assignment in terms of grading. I'm going to choose Assignment, click Add. So when I set up an assignment in Web Access, I have the assignment name, the description of what I want students to do, the availability time frame, what sort of assignment I'm going to use. The default is to have students upload files. So in the grade section, the default grade is 100. The grading method default is simple direct grading, and the grade category default is not categorized. So if I'm going to set up assignments in Web Access, I have to think about, how do I want to grade them? Do I want all assignments to be equal? Do I want to have certain categories for assignments? Something you need to think about when you're setting up your Web Access course. So let's take a look at the gradebook. Every time you add an activity to Web Access, it automatically appears in the gradebook. Let's take a look at the Categories and Items tab. So right now, the gradebook for this course is set up as simple weighted mean of grades, which is the default, and there are no categories. So let's say that you want to break your assignments in your course up into categories, and each category is going to have a different weight or percentage of the total overall score for students. In order to do that, you have to set your aggregation method to weighted mean of grades up here. That's the aggregation method for the entire course. In other words, how the grades are calculated for the entire course. Now I'm going to add a category now, and I'm going to call it Homework. This might be the assignments category. Click on Save Changes. Now you see, now I have a category called Homework. Notice that this category is set to simple weighted mean of grades, and I'm going to say that homework is 20% of my overall course score for students. Now I'm going to add a category, and I'm going to call it Quizzes. And quizzes are going to be worth 30%. So now I've got 50% of the student's overall grade covered. And then let's add one more category, and we're going to call it Final Project. And I'm going to save that. I'm going to make the final project, just for the sake of argument, worth 50%. Now, if I set my gradebook up this way, what's going to happen is that the weight of all the items in the gradebook are going to be in these categories. So I might want to move these other items. I'm going to move this one down here and put it under Homework. So I'm going to move this item here under Homework. And topic 2 is a forum. I didn't create anything for forums, so I'm just going to move it down here under the final project. So I would continue to populate these categories no matter how many assignments, homework assignments, quizzes, or parts of the final project I put in each category. the overall category is still going to maintain either 20%, 30%, or 50% of the students' overall grade. It's a good idea to set up your categories in the beginning if possible, before you start adding assignments, but like I showed you earlier, you can move things around if you want to move things into a category or move things from category to category. All you have to do is just click on the little move icon, and then you'll get some choices about where to put the item.